moving to break even feels like you have avoided a risk. Here's the thing though. If the way you approach break even is so you can avoid a risk, now, I don't know how to tell you this, but trading might not be for you. Don't take my words too deep, because in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I move my stop loss to break even the most logical way. All right. So now that we're on charts, before we get into the actual topic, let's study about the essential things that you're going to need in order for you to move your stop loss to break even based off of your technicals and not your emotions. Because that's the last thing that I want to do, right? Managing your trade based off of your emotions. Now, this whole thing here, when it comes to technicals, things that we want to follow, things that we want to study is the weak structures. The weak structures are basically liquidity. Price chases weak structures. What are weak structures? Let's look at this one here. See this? These structures? Ask yourself, what did this structure do? What did it do? Nothing. Did it induce any liquidity? Absolutely not. Did it create efficiency? Absolutely not. Nothing. This high here, it basically did nothing. These structures are weak. We call them weak structures, and they become liquidity in the market. Now, we're going to be using liquidities to basically identify our break-even points, because why? Price chases liquidity, right? Liquidity is basically the objective of the market. Now, if the objective of the price is actually liquidity, then we're going to be using them as our break-even point. That's the most logical thing to do. Instead of relying on, you know what, 1:1 and I go break even, then you're still trading based off of your emotions. Moving stop loss to break even shouldn't make you feel better. It should already be pre-planned before getting into a trade, which in a second, I'll show you guys. I'll break down a trade that I've taken last week, but let's understand this. Let's say you had a trade from the low for the buy, right? You always want to look to the left before taking the trade. The thing is, right, most of us here, we actually focus on the entries, but then we don't actually know that the trade management is actually more important than, you know, the entry itself, meaning that what happens after you execute is more important than the execution itself. Execution can happen anytime. The trade management is the most important thing. How are you going to manage your trade? Is it going to be based off of emotions just because the price is already running 1:1? You check your P&L. Holy shit, I'm already up a couple of grand. I close it. You could have made more though. Was that according to your plan? If your plan was to jump into a trade just for the sake of making money, not going to say much. But yeah. Now, let's look at this one. Let's say your plan was to buy. Before you get into the buys at this point here, you need to understand, you need to look to the left. Those weak structures, you can use them as your break-even points. There you go. Meaning that if price ended up crossing the break-even, there you go. Now you can move your stop loss to break-even. As easy as that. Logical though. It is simple, it's easy, but very logical. That's the first way, because there are a lot of scenarios, right? The second scenario is this, where let's say you want to buy from the low, you have a trade, you have a setup to buy, then you look to the left, and to the left, all you see is just build up liquidity. Nice, very good. Mark the entire build up, and whatever imbalance that comes after that build up, you want to mark that, and then the start of the build up, use that as your break-even point. Now, here's the thing, because with everything that I teach, I always like to give the logical reasoning behind it and the whole motive. Why do we treat it like this? Or why do we move our stop loss to break even this way? Here's the thing. Let's understand the foundation of the price here. What is the foundation of the price, guys? To chase liquidity, to chase imbalances, to chase efficiencies. Three things, right? Meaning that your break of structures, your change of characters, whatever, you know, the trend lines, it's all of that is just subjective. Don't believe me? Go back test it, watch it, focus on liquidity, imbalances, and efficiencies. You will see that the price will always chase those three things. Now, if we were to use these liquidities, let's say these things here, imbalances, as our break-even point, the advantage of it is that even though there will be days where you're completely in the wrong direction of the market, meaning that your bias was completely wrong. However, right now, let's say this is for the day. You had a trade from there. That's where you executed, okay? You're bullish for the day, but price or the market wants to still continue on delivering bearish. Now, you guys are familiar with liquidity sweeps, right? Liquidity, why price actually takes liquidity. Ask yourself why price does have to take liquidity, because it has to basically gather fuel. Now, in order for price to continue lower for the day, which again could be against your bias, price has to at least grab the liquidity, then only continue lower. But guess what? When price will continue on going lower, when price reverses from the high, your stop loss is already at break even though. Now, You have removed the risk off of the table. Now, do you see the difference from the two? One is just getting 1:1, 1:2, and then move your stop loss to break even. You know what? My all of my decision that I make is based off of my emotions. There you go. That's pussy activities. But then when you actually base everything off of your technicals, if price does this, then I'll do that. Now a whole perspective change. You see what I mean? It's the same with the break-even points right now here. We always predetermine our break-even point, right? We always pre-plan the exit in profit, the exit in loss. Everything needs to be pre-planned, guys. If it's not pre-planned, then you know what? I'm not gonna say much. You know, I've been hurting feelings lately, but let me actually show you guys the trade that I've taken last week. This was the trade. Let me explain real quick here. First things first, man. The whole point of me showing the trade is to show you guys the break-even point, and this is exactly what. Now, looking to the left here, understanding context of price. Now, guys, context of price is so important. I know today's topic is not about context of the price, but you guys want to know context of the price? Type in the comment section, COTP, context of the price. I'm going to make a video just like how I promised about the break-even video. Now, looking to the left here, context of price, pretty decent, fairly nice. We racked it off of an efficiency. Moving into the Frankfurt Open, what I anticipated was that I wanted Asia high to be taken. If you know, you know. Asia high needs to be taken in order for the high probability move to happen. But does it happen all the time? Not necessarily. But again, we know when to expect Asia high to be taken and when not to be taken. Okay. So in this scenario, I expected Asia high to be taken, which it did. Now, let's look at the entry model that was given. Moving on to the 1 minute time frame. Right away, as usual, all of my entries are on the 1 minute time frame. Actually, some would slow it down. There you go. Not the entry yet. Over here, right? This is what you guys call it, change of character, market structure shift, yada yada yada, whatever. That's not my entry, right? And that's the majority of the entry would be there, right? They want to enter after the market shift, whatever. No, that's not. It's not mine. Now, again, it's a sort of an entry model. There you go. That's the break of structure or the change of character that is valid to me. And then that's a really, really good, whatever price did here, created efficiency, delivered lower. Very nice. It made my point of interest here even stronger. Now, let's look at this. Look at the break-even point, yeah? I didn't enter yet by that time. There you go. Now, let's look at this. Before I entered the trade, right? When I identified my point of interest, my stop loss, I have predetermined my stop loss. My stop loss at the highest point there, meaning that if that high there gets broken, me being bearish for the day just doesn't make sense. And maybe I need to reevaluate my entire bias. Okay, there you go. First thing, I didn't focus on my execution. No, I focused on what? On the exits. What do I mean by exits? Look, my stop loss is, I've already placed my stop loss. My break-even point I've identified. My 1:3 I've identified. My overall target I've identified. Not just, you know, focusing on the entries. That's not how it works, guys. Now, let me explain real quick. Why was my break-even at this low? My break-even at this low is because of this. You see, this entire pullback towards the upside to mitigate the point of interest that I wanted to sell off of was to also induce some sort of liquidity, right? Meaning that this high here induced the liquidity. So now, technically speaking, if it induced a liquidity followed by a break of the low, makes that high what? It makes that high a strong high or a protected high. Meaning that the order flow for bearish is now strong and price shouldn't do something like this because shouldn't do something like that. The high there, the protected high or the strong high should be respected. Meaning that if price were to induce the previous high there and creates an external break, even if it makes a pullback, it shouldn't break that high, which is exactly at my entry. That is why, think about it logically, it just makes much more sense to go break even there. Now, let me play the price. Guess you'll see. There you go. This didn't take the break even just yet. There you go. As soon as the break even was taken there, what did I do? Moved my stop loss towards the entry. Meaning that the reasoning behind me moving my stop loss to the entry is not so that I'll avoid the risk. No, just logically makes sense, right? Technically, it makes sense. How does it make sense? Because again, just explain. Let me explain it again. Once this low is taken, what did the price do at the high? The high induced some sort of an external liquidity, and then it externally broke structure, making the high there protected or strong high. A strong high in a bearish kind of order flow, you don't expect it to be broken. Okay, so there you go. That's where you go break even. Logical, right? Trading is a risk-on business, right? It involves risk. Now, the moment you try to make your trade risk-free or safe, quote unquote safe, based off of your emotions, you know that you have already lost it. Okay, that's why whatever I teach, whatever I preach, is based off of data. Okay, based off of the previous data that I've gathered, and something that is very, very logical. I don't say that go break even because 1:1, whatever, whatever. Don't do that kind of thing, right? So yeah, that was pretty much that. And yeah, trade safely, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.